Hello everyone, welcome to Improve Your Work and Life with me, Fung. Thanks for watching. This is my first video. Not sure how it's going to go, but I'm just going to give it a try. Today's topic that I want to talk about is gratitude. So I set this channel up to talk about work and life and how to better improve yourself in both areas. But before I even get to that point, I really want to talk about the topic of gratitude. What I have realized so far is no matter how well you do or what you've achieved, without gratitude, you won't even realize what you have. Even after you've improved your work and your life, you won't appreciate it and you won't be happy. And in fact, gratitude is one of the keys to improving your work and your life. That's why I want to talk about gratitude today. Okay, so gratitude, it's the same word for many different things. Being grateful, being thankful, being appreciative, they're all one and the same. Why be grateful? Because gratitude will change your life. First and foremost, and probably the biggest point, is gratitude will help you focus on and appreciate what you have in your life already. So you'll focus on the good things, the positive things, the happy things, rather than the negative and what you don't have. I know that sounds very simplistic. Gratitude leading to positivity, therefore leading you to achieve what you want to, but it really is that simple. If you're just focusing on the negative things, how will you ever feel that you're ready to go and achieve better things? Because all you're focusing on are the bad things. Being grateful, just knowing what you have already, you already have a better base to start from. Imagine being negative all the time and not even knowing that you're in a negative state. Imagine not knowing that you had to change. You already know, that's why you're watching this video. And so to have that chance, to have that awareness of wanting to change, you should already be grateful for that. Another thing gratitude can do for you is help to reduce fears. Reducing fear usually is associated with being brave or courage or not worrying. But again, it's all linked. Being grateful for what you have and knowing that you can change and being happy that you're even aware of needing to change in this situation. Already that should give you some strength to know that, hey, I'm smart enough to know that I needed to change and I can. So just being aware of that already will reduce some of the fear. It's not going to take it away. Of course, things are still scary and there will be things you don't want to do, or they're new, or they worry you. But just being grateful for having the opportunity to go find the information you need, to just so easily look it up on Google, watch a video about it on YouTube. Like, you can learn to do a lot of things by yourself. To know that you are in control and that things are not controlling you, being grateful to have that own choice and that freedom will reduce some of the fears already. So linked to some of the points I mentioned earlier about being aware or just being more positive or gratitude reducing fears, I have to say gratitude isn't something that you just feel when you're happy, and it shouldn't be something that you just feel when you're down. So whether good things happen or whether bad things happen, you should be grateful for both. And I know that's going to sound very contradictory. Like, how can you be happy for or grateful that bad things have happened? No matter how big or how small those bad things were, you have to look at it in the way that it's made you think and feel and act like how you are now. And right now, how you are is someone who is aware enough to be watching a video like this because you want to change. Your experiences have helped you become someone who wants to do better. And for that, you should be grateful, as opposed to something bad that happened and you weren't aware that you could do better or change things. All of the things that have happened to me in my life all had lessons or something that I needed to learn from it in order to grow, in order to become better. And so I will say it, of course, I am grateful for even the bad things that have happened in my life. At the time, they sucked. It really didn't feel like that. Like, how could I be happy for something that just happened that was this bad or this sad? But when you look back at it, or when you ask yourself, what is the lesson that I'm supposed to learn from this? Once you realize that lesson, or once you realized how it helped you grow, or how you came through on the other side as a better person, then you'll feel, wow, I'm glad that happened. Okay, so I've talked enough about why you should be grateful and how great gratitude is, and it's amazing and you should have it, and it's positive and it helps you reduce fears. How can you become grateful? How do you cultivate this attitude of gratitude? How do you remind yourself to be grateful and to be thankful when things are bad, when they suck? There are quite a few techniques, but I'll give you some that I practice and they have helped me a lot. The first is make a list. Make a gratitude list. I literally mean write down the list of everything that you're grateful for in your life. And you can keep adding to this daily. And in case you're saying, I don't know, I don't have anything to be grateful for in my life, that's a little bit too easy to say. There's always something that you can be grateful for. And if you were going to ask me, just to start you off, be grateful that we are still alive, that we are here. We are alive. We still have a chance to change. We still have a chance to grow. We still have a chance to do things. This year, I lost quite a few people that were very, very close to me, of course. And to think that I still am alive and here and have a chance to do things, to even make this video when there are people who are no longer here with us, it makes me very grateful that I'm still alive. Just being free, just being able to go out, feeling the wind on my face, it makes me happy. It makes me feel alive, and I'm grateful for that. The third one would be just for everything that I already have. Some people might complain and feel it's not a lot. I want more. Of course, you should strive for more in your life. One of the things I believe in the most is that we are here to make the most of our lives, to help as much as we can, to give as much as we can, to enjoy life as much as we can. To know what you have already is something that I'm grateful for. And what I mean by that is we have the internet, we have a way of talking to each other on YouTube, we have ways of staying in touch. I remember when I was young and you had no mobile phone, you had to write letters, you had to arrange to meet someone and just expect or hope that they turned up. And to be able to communicate like this with you right now is something that I am grateful for. I'm grateful that we're born in this era to be able to have this. So there are many things you can be grateful for. Make that list, add to that list daily. Another way that I remind myself to be grateful every day is by using a gratitude app. I'm not here to promote any apps, but there is an app that I use. I'll leave a link in the description below. But this app, literally, I open every night and I list down 5 to 10 things. It takes me a few minutes, and most of those are photos that I took during the day. And so I'll take a picture of some food that I ate, that I liked eating. I just take a picture of it, and at the end of the day, I'm going through my photos. I'm grateful that I saw this, that I experienced this. And you start making this list on your app, and you realize at the end of the day, hey, no matter how bad today was, I actually have all of these things to be grateful for, and it makes me happy. So I feel I've gone on enough about why we should be grateful, how we can be grateful. I gave some tips on what to do to remind yourself to be grateful. The only thing remaining is for you to go and try, and to remind yourself, and to go have a think about what you're grateful for, what you have, and how you can keep that attitude of gratitude going. Because being grateful honestly will make you feel happier. If anything from this video, I just want you to be a little bit happier. So that's the end of my first video. I'm grateful that you even watched to the end of this video. If there's any topics you want me to talk about or to cover, please let me know. Leave a comment below, send me a message. I've included all my social links in the descriptions. Find me, message me, add me. But about gratitude itself, in the comments below, I am very curious to hear. Let me know what you're grateful for, how you remind yourself of gratitude, what you do to stay in a grateful mood, in a thankful mood. Leave a comment below, and I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.